Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us on our virtual open house. We're so happy that you could all take some time. Hopefully, I can't tell based on the participant list, except that we have a lot. Hopefully, you are there with your kids as a family, because this is an evening to showcase not only what we've been doing, but also celebrate the learning of your students. This is our very first full community virtual open house. I know in the past we normally have a science night where everyone gets to come and it's interactive. So it was no easy feat to pull this off, and huge shout outs first to Stephanie Hennepin, who is our Director of Enrollment Management, who was the complete director and orchestrator of this event. Really, really amazing. And then absolutely next up is Ambar Pina, who is our Director of Advancement, who curated every single video that you'll get to see. This open house has this live portion that is going to be recorded, and then I will show you and navigate you through our new open house web page that has pre-created videos for you to go through and experience what's happening in each grade. I really encourage you to take some time either this evening or later on to look through it. What a year, kind of amazing. Yesterday we celebrated the 100th day of school. There were a lot of funny looks behind masks from the administrators and teachers on campus that it may have felt more than 100 days so far this school year, with various challenges up and down and things like that. But the one thing that has remained true, the reason why you are part of the Seacrest community, is the teachers and the kids and the amazing learning that's happening in the classroom. So that's what this night is about. It is a celebration of all that we've been doing, a snapshot into this year, so that everyone gets to have a little bit more, since parents aren't on our campus in the way that they normally are. To kick off the evening, I really wanted to start by inviting the people we care and want to hear from the most. No offense, Holly and Michelle, but that is Lena from 3rd grade and Cooper from 8th grade, our fabulous students that are I'm gonna ask a few questions and they're gonna answer and tell us a little bit about what school's been like this year. So Lena, you're up first. Lena, tell us your name, your grade, and are you on campus or are you distance learning?
I'm Lena, I'm in 3rd grade, and I'm in person.
Okay. And Cooper, what about you?
I'm Cooper, I'm in 8th grade, and I'm currently distance learning.
Okay, fabulous. So, Lena, how has being on campus been going? How's it going, if someone were to ask you?
It's going really good. I really like it.
Yeah? And what would you say one of the best things is in your perspective?
Probably being able to see all my friends.
All right. Excellent. Cooper, how is distance learning going?
Distance learning has been going very well.
And what is one of the best things about this year in distance learning?
I think one of the best things has probably been the way that classes have been shifted to fit both in-person people and distance learning. It's been really good.
Awesome. Lena, what has been the biggest challenge so far this school year?
Probably being like, I can't hug all my friends, and it's really hard.
Yeah, you have to stay within your cohort. Cooper, what about you? What's one of the biggest challenges this school year?
I think one of the biggest challenges with distance learning has probably been just like being on a screen all day. It's quite difficult to just be looking at it all day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think we all have a little bit of that sense of screen fatigue for sure. Lena, what's been one of the biggest triumphs? What's been something that you felt was really something you're proud of this school year?
I'm really proud of, well, I used to do distance learning, and I used to not like it at all. I'm like, why can't I just go back to school? And now I'm like, well, I get to be with my family and when I'm doing distance learning, and that's fun.
Very cool. Cooper, what's one of your biggest triumphs? What's something you're proud of this school year?
I think something I'm really proud of is probably getting a lot of the work done in the weird new way where it's all on different websites and all the grades are in different places. But I think it's been really great that I've been able to get it all done and not been too confused about where everything is.
Very cool. Lena, what's your favorite subject right now or something that you're studying that you're very excited about?
Excited about we're studying Aloni, and that's really fun.
Can you tell us a little bit more about what that is?
Alonis were Native American people, and I am in a group called Food and Resources. So I'm really focusing on food right now.
Very cool. And is your group all on campus or is it a hybrid?
Half of it is on campus, so there's only 5 kids, and then 2 are online.
And do you feel like you still can all work together in a group?
Yeah.
Very cool. Cooper, what about you? What's something that's exciting you in your learning right now?
Something that's exciting me right now is probably math. We just finished Algebra 1 and we're moving on to geometry right now. And it's really interesting all the different ways you can do different math problems.
Very cool. Lena, final question. What are you looking forward to for the rest of this school year?
I'm really looking forward to probably doing like the little business in 3rd grade.
Very cool. Cooper, what about you? What are you looking forward to?
Really looking forward to all the new things I'm going to learn and all the future topics we're going to learn and all of the subjects.
Awesome. Thanks, Cooper and Lena. Talk to them for hours, have a million more questions to ask them, but want to be mindful to move on. Thank you to Lena and Cooper for joining us and giving us a little sliver into what is happening. As you know, Seacrest has been able to pivot and navigate to meet the needs for all different situations this year, and we feel so successful and proud of our teachers and our administrators, our whole staff, that we are able to have kids here on campus safely and have kids safely at home distance learning. They're interacting, they're in mixed groups, they're still learning and engaging and connecting with their teacher. And really, that was the goal that we set out to accomplish this year. So very, very excited. I'm going to pass it over to Michelle, our director of lower school. She's going to just say a few words. So Michelle, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Boy, that's a tough act to follow. Lena and Cooper, great job. It has been a year, as Lauren said, of adapting and learning and growing together and learning how to do everything that we've done in school in just different ways, including connecting and collaborating. One of the cornerstones of the Seacrest experience, for those of you who don't know me well, I am Michelle Jacoto. I am the director of lower school, and I have been with the school since 1998. So I have worn many hats, and I love this community. But one of our tenets has always been this very strong homeschool partnership and this sense of community. And so I think one of the challenges we've had as a school is thinking about how do we build community when we can't all be together in the building in the way we used to. So as you heard Lena and Cooper share, we are finding ways to collaborate with friends that are learning from home and friends learning from school. And tonight is all about keeping up the tradition of learning celebrations and inviting parents into the classroom, albeit we've got to do it virtually now. So if you were wondering what tonight's all about, really we recognize the need to create these opportunities throughout the year. Please expect more to come to just give you an opportunity to get a little glimpse in what's been happening in the classroom. In terms of what's been going on for us in January in lower school, a lot of time and energy was put into getting back into the school routine. As you know, we were in an extended distance learning period since before Thanksgiving break, had some distance learning weeks. We had a lot of breaks. So this is a time with a lot of transitions. So it's been great to see the kids get back to school, connect with their friends, distance learners getting back into the routine during the day. And that's been a wonderful chance for us to also check in at this midway point of our journey through the school year to see how students, where they are in their learning and growing. So this week, students in grades 3rd, 4th, and 5th had the opportunity to take MAP testing, or winter MAP growth testing. So we're going to be looking at that data as teachers. I was already connecting with teachers in the hall over the break to use that to plan instruction moving forward. We've also had time to really focus on the social emotional learning components of coming back together as a community and looking at equity and inclusion. And this month, as part of our Black History Month exploration, really looking at the impact and achievements of Black Americans and their impact on society. So it's been a really wonderful thing to explore to some things as a whole lower school community. But in addition, we've also been doing our own learning that you're going to get to see a little bit tonight, little snapshots of the classroom. We are very excited, and I know teachers and I have been talking a lot about this. Well, I think everybody is ready for a little break, especially after the energy of a week that contained Hundreds Day and Lunar New Year launch and Valentine's Day. So lots going on this week. When we come back from the break and return to campus in March, we're excited to have a nice, big, long stretch of time without a lot of breaks to disrupt, where we're going to be diving into some big units of study and some familiar things that kids are really excited about. I'm so proud of our students and our teachers for adapting and adjusting to this time, but be on the lookout. Our trout just arrived in kindergarten. We're going to be hatching chicks again in 2nd grade and having our country study and having our community study in 1st grade, having our economic study that Lena was talking about. All these exciting things we're planning for the spring that we will be look forward to sharing with you then. And I know some of those things are signature things the kids have looked forward to that we weren't able to do last spring when we shifted. Also be on the lookout. We will be having end of trimester 2 conferences coming up in March. Would be a chance for you to sit down with your child's teacher and have a conversation about their growth and progress. And we will be able to have some goal setting for what we're going to be working on in the next trimester. We'll also have Coast Week coming up, our annual Coast Week tradition, and lots of fun activities planned for that in April, especially in conjunction with Environmental Stewardship and Earth Day. And we will once again have a spring learning celebration and some sort of community open house virtual where we'll share the kids' students' work in the spring. So we look forward to continuing to learn and grow together throughout the school year. Please always reach out if you have a question. We are always available in here to connect. Thanks, everyone. I hope you enjoy visiting the classrooms.
Thanks, Michelle. Holly Weaver, our director of middle school, is going to do a brief share of middle school.
Good evening. I am Holly Weaver, and I am the director of middle school. What a year. What a year. I am extremely proud and in awe of the tremendous growth that all of our students in the middle school and faculty have achieved this year. It has been monumentous, as every educator has said, and we have been able to adapt, grow, and improve our program throughout. With that said, we're looking at our Friday program as we head into after the break and adapting and growing as we always do, making sure we have more synchronous classes and really look at the skills and the needs of the kids. We also are going to do our MAP testing. We're going to do it the week of distance learning, which fits perfectly for students being able to have their time to actually complete it. We're going to continue to look at the core academic subjects and look at ways at delivering experiential parts of the curriculum. So much of learning, both online and in the classroom, has gone back to a style of education that none of us, when we did our teacher training, ever thought we would have to do, in terms of kids far apart, not being able to do as many collaborative things like working right next to each other. And we're really looking at ways, we know that is such an important part of education. We know that's where kids really connect. So we're looking at ways to actually have that, to do those projects, to have those labs. I walked into class yesterday and the science teacher was doing tectonic plates, everyone individually, with graham crackers and fondant. And it was hilarious because no child could actually eat it. But, we're looking at ways that we can actually make sure that, we're not just delivering the curriculum, but we're doing it in a way that's really engaging. A big part of us thinking for the year ahead is really understanding the long-term impacts that COVID has had on all of our kids in their social and emotional growth, as well as, their development. So as we look towards the next school year, we're really planning on how do we continue to support all of our Seacrest kids throughout their time, because this has, as we've all said, been unprecedented. And with that, we know that there will be things that we need to kind of continue to help build, restore, look at as all of our kids go through the Seacrest experience. So I'm excited. I'm excited for the next trimester. And yeah, we will also be having our T2 conferences, which is a great time for parents to sit down with your students, like teachers, and really unpack what's been happening for the individuals.
Thank you, Holly. Okay, so on to the open house. I'm going to show you how it works in just a moment, but I do want to do one big plug. 3 weeks from tonight, mark your calendars. It'll be in the wave. We'll send out lots. March 4th at 6 p.m. will be the next big important evening to note. It will be our State of the School address given by myself and members from the Board of Directors to talk about where we are as an institution and where we're going forward. We will have an opportunity for Q&A, and I really encourage parents. Kids can join too. Might be not as engaging as tonight, but I really encourage parents to mark that date. Of course, we will record it, but we all know what it feels like to watch a Zoom that is sent to us as an attachment later. It's not as engaging. So please, if you can join us, March 4th at 6 p.m. will be our State of the School. All right, now to the fun part. Don't check it now, but you were just sent an email to your email box from Seacrest School. The email will guide you, and I'm going to share my screen, to our very exciting new open virtual community open house webpage. Later today, this intro will be right here. So if someone in your family wasn't able to make it, or someone in the class, and you want to say, hey, check out the open house, direct them to this page. When you scroll down, every single grade has a very amazing, so fun, you're going to want to watch them all, video to showcase all of the learning and exciting things that are happening here. I really encourage you to watch your grade that your kids are in as a family, but also get that sneak peek. Click on that grade above and see what's to come next. It's supposed to be fun. It's supposed to be interactive. Like I said, if tonight doesn't work, this web page is now live. It's up there, and feel free to click through at any point in time. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Like I said, check your email. There is an email that is in your box right now that says, welcome to our virtual community open house from Seacrest School, and all the links you have to guide your way through our classrooms are right there. Please have a restful and restorative break next week. Please remain safe. We feel very fortunate that we've been able to navigate this difficult time with all of our partnership with you in our community. And we will see you tomorrow for the lower school to celebrate Valentine's Day and the middle school to log in to distance learning. Have a great night. Bye.